Right. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning another stream. If you guys are new here, in the morning, we come in, we take a look at NQ price action. At night, we come in, review what actually happened throughout the day. And during our weekly preps, we go over the price action that we had throughout the previous week, see what we have going on into this week, and outline any potential areas, look at stocks, things like that. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at what we had on this previous week's price action trace that we took and things of that nature. So going into Monday, going into this session, we were looking at the Asia session consolidation, London session manipulation above it, and New York reversal to the downside. Here you can see that price swept that previous daily high, was kind of trading below it, or kind of trading trading above it. Actually, the previous daily high would have been right there somewhere, right? Yeah. Nah, I'm retarded. I'm being retarded. Anyways, we swept the London session high over here. Got that reversal to the downside during the macro, so 950 we're sweeping the previous hourly high, and gives us that reversal to the downside, giving us an outside hour. Then continuation into here, and then a nice reversal at the bottom once we sweep the London session low. Over here during the Asia session, we can see that price retrace into this leg to the upside. Tapping into the OTE here, seeing a bounce into the session, but this was here, sweep with that London session, and then that reversal back to the downside, giving us that weekly low. So that was our Monday. Let's go into Tuesday. So Tuesday, initially, we said we had this 15-minute fair value gap where price could eventually retest, tap into it. We saw a bounce, so price tapped into it. We got a bounce. We were trading above that previous daily high, and you can see there's that previous daily high. Price continued to trade above it going into the London session open or New York session open. We took the OTE of the overnight range, just the whole range, so Asia session low to overnight high. Price tapping into the 705 here, sweeping the London session low as well. So that gives us that reversal back to the upside. So we are looking at least to the London session high here. As price reaches that London session high, we stay above it. You can see the body's closing above it. We tap into the OTE right there, or into the fair value gap, and then continue back into that upside. That's our Tuesday. Let's see, what day was this that we were here? Wednesday. So Wednesday, right? Or what day was this? Thursday. Thursday, actually, we rejected out of that. Wednesday journal. So Wednesday over here, similar thing, overnight session, right? We have this OTE from the top down to the bottom. Price retraces into the 50%. We're tapping into this 15-minute fair value gap, seeing a rejection to the downside from there. And then on the 5-minute, as we go into the actual session, since London session saw expansion to the down, or Asia session saw expansion to the downside, London session mostly saw a range. New York session, we could be looking for a continuation of that Asia session. So here you can see we outlined the whole leg to the downside from that previous day's range, or close to the previous day's range. As price is going into that New York session, 9:30, we are opening up and immediately running to the downside here, tapping into the 618 of that actual range. Then off of this 618, we see a bounce back up into the upside. You can see we then come into this 15-minute fair value gap that we reject back to the downside. Now we're taking the OTE of this previous leg. Price taps into here. We're not seeing a rising Big 6 quite yet, but over here as we were tapping into that OTE, we saw a rising Big 6. So it gives us that nice bounce into the upside. And now we're also taking the whole range over here, this London session range. As price is tapping into the 50%, we're seeing a further rejection, which gives us that further continuation to the downside. God, got a hiccup. I'm gonna hide this because that's for tomorrow. Thursday, this is what we got on this girl. Going into the New York session, we had London session, or Asia session expansion, London session sweeping both sides. So going into that New York session, we were looking for a potential for a reversal back into the downside after a London session sweep. Given the London session did not get swept, we were looking at within the OTE and within the 15-minute or the 5-minute this inverse fair value gap. As price came down, we were looking inside the London session OTE here. Price tapped into the right at 9:30. We're tapping into, where's this 9:30? 9:30. We're tapping into the 705, sweeping that liquidity, and I'm sure if we expanded this actually all the way down into the London session range, there we go. We're tapping the 618. That's a little better. Tapping that 618 right there, seeing a bounce back into the upside. Now we're taking the leg to the downside here, actually. So Now we have this OT that we're playing within. On the 15-minute, we're not clearing above this fair value gap. So price, you can see, sweeps the previous hourly high. Or actually, no, not quite. 8:30. No, we do sweep the previous hourly high. Sweep the previous hourly high here at 10 during that macro. See that reversal back to the downside, give us an outside hour and that continuation to the downside. Sweeping pretty close to that previous daily low. Actually, no, we did not. No, we didn't. We did sweep previous daily low, but we didn't do anything else besides that. So there's Thursday and Friday was a half day, so we didn't fucking do anything. Friday was just a consolidation. Right now, what are we looking at? So we have the previous day's range outlined here. And if you guys were following me on Twitter and you saw that we said, okay, well, we can come down into the previous day 50%, which it is saying previous day's 50 is right there. Wonder, oh, because it's marking previous daily high as that. Yeah, so Friday's range, we swept the previous daily high. That's right there. We are tapping to the 618 of that range here, and we saw that bounce. Initially, we were looking at this leg to the downside right here. As price is tapping into that 618, right? We're sweeping that previous daily high over here. We're tapping into the 618 of this big range. Came down pretty close into that 705, and then once we get back down below it, we can confidently take shorts. During the Asia session, we always say there is a play that gives us a nice either long short here, tap up the 15-minute or tap up a 5-minute fair value. Yep, so here we can take this leg to the downside. We're outlining the OTE of that leg to the downside. You can see that 705 lines up pretty well within that area here, as well as that 29.96 to 12-hour level. So as price taps back into it, we get that reversal continuation to the downside, and now we're seeing a little bounce on that 618 of that range with the rising big six, giving us that bounce. On the higher time frame here, hourly rejection on Thursday, you can see there's that previous hourly high sweep. Within this, we are also rejecting the OTE of this range of the leg to the downside, right? Price is tapping into the 618, gives us that rejection to the downside, and we get that continuation. Similar thing here, price is below that 1550 EMA, so we're going to continue to watch what they want to do here. We outlined the OTE range of this right there. So we'll see if price wants to tap into the OTE somewhere here. However, we're still keep on holding that June, the May candle 50% over here at 29,310. You can see how many times we've bounced that area 29,310. We might as well just put a fucking price tag there. 29,310. 29,310. There we go. 29,310. Oh. 29,310, the whole thing. 29,310 is that area where price keeps on bouncing. And I'm sure we can even look on the 12-hour at 29,310 here. And there is this, right? 29,926. 29,310. There we go. Yeah, it's a decent area there. In terms of daily, we are rejecting this daily fair value gap. We're also keep on rejecting this 12-hour fair value gap right here, that bigger one. So we'll see how they want to play this out for the rest of the week. I'm curious. We only have FOMC coming up on Tuesday, I believe. On Wednesday, my bad. On Wednesday we have the FOMC coming up, so go check it out, see what we're all about. Go check out www.papertraders.io. We also have the free membership, so go check that out as we're growing, as we're giving that away. So go hang out. There's only 100 spots. I don't know how many are left, but I'm sure they're limited. So go check us out, www.papertraders.io. It's in that corner. In terms of stonks, I would say On is looking for another leg to the downside, tap into that 705. Pen looking good for continuation. Roblox, decent weekly chart. DG, good weekly. Mara needs to hold that 200 EMA. Nike above that CISD would be awesome. UPS through that CISD would be really good as well for that continuation. MOS, let's see, MOS needs to get a little pep in her step. Rivian looked really good. This weekly gave us a nice run to the upside. Just need to get through this $18 right there for a continuation to the upside. Now looks good as well. Now got a little bit of a W formation here. So through that CSD we can see potential. HD weekly closing above that CISD was really nice for a continuation to the upside. The monthly is looking good, and the 3-month is looking good as well here with the hold of this OTE range, as well as that monthly fair value gap here for a nice continuation. No body closes below that, right? S is looking a little interesting here on the monthly as well. Previous monthly was close to inside month. We swept the previous monthly low, but on the weekly it's looking good. We're holding the 618 OTE, so we're looking above this area at $19 for a continuation to the upside. Maybe 1868 above that. BA looking good. Coin is still a little iffy here. I'd love a previous monthly low sweep on that one. Hood previous monthly high swept, and she's looking strong out of this OTE hold here at 705. PG, similar thing. So PG daily, we're tapping into the OTE of this range right here and seeing a nice continuation out of that 618 of the daily range / weekly range here. If we take this whole range OTE, you can see that price held at 705 really nicely. Several swing failure pivots right there forming at the bottom. Monthly looks good, and 3-month is looking decent as well on that thing as well. So let's see if we can get a nice continuation on this one. Snow. Snow, I think we're still waiting on this one. Z, that doesn't look bad. Z here could see a good reversal. Maybe into the upside. Monthly is not that good, but weekly doesn't look bad. Zeta, I don't know, whatever you want to fucking call it. Zeta monthly looking interesting here. Weekly, I like above that 200 EMA. Oracle continues on going. Previous monthly low sweep. Maybe we need a little quarterly sweep. GitLab GTLB. This one's looking awesome. With the monthly, would love to see a good continuation on it. We are a little flat, but I like the weekly. Just need to get above this monthly fair value gap for a good continuation here. On the daily, I believe we got nice CISDs here. Retested that out of the OTE. Nice continuation here. RCL, seeing a little bit of a gusher. Ulta. Previous weekly swept, but no previous monthly low sweep yet either. So would love to see a little bit lower on it for a continuation back above that. Lockheed Martin's solid motherfucking SFP right there on the weekly with a tap into that 786 and just a gusher of a candle back to the upside. Monthly is looking good. 3-month still inside. Both candles are inside right now on the Lockheed. Lulu weekly, I like this SFP on the weekly. All right, we swept this liquidity over here as well. Yank. But no previous monthly low sweep yet. So I would love to see previous monthly low sweeps on some of these. XYZ was good above that CSD. CRM. Actually, this is not bad, but monthly inside. I don't like the inside months. Elf, I do like Elf quarterly. That previous quarterly candle was really nice. Which actually let me fucking Elf. Above the monthly CISD as well, and weekly is seeing a nice continuation above 200. Oh, looks pretty fucking good here. ENPH just kind of keeps on gushing further into this OTE. So waiting on that one. Generac, Affirm, nice continuation out of that. Love CMG, Chipotle as well. Chipotle monthly SFP is looking good there, as well as that quarterly too. Quarterly close with the SFP inside that previous quarterly body. Let's see if they can close above this monthly fair value gap, and that would be just what we need for that continuation back into the upside. Like the weekly structure here, we just need to form a higher high here before a lower high forms, and that will be what we are looking for here. HIM's looking good. TMO weekly as well. TMO, we have a higher low forming out here. We just need to form that higher high within this range, and then lower high, and a good continuation above that 200 EMA on the monthly and quarterly charts as well, after we tapped into this monthly fair value gap and held that. Uber's seeing a little bit of consolidation within this OTE, so above that CISD would be good for a continuation. SE as well. SE holding this OTE over here. On the monthly time frame looks interesting. Quarterly did not quite reach any bottoms, so quarterly I would love to see how this plays out, given that we have not swept anything, just kind of reversing a little bit here to the upside. But I like that price is above the 200 EMA, so that can give us a good decent continuation here. SoFi as well. SoFi on the monthly is looking good, holding the CISD, holding that previous quarterly sweep right there. And the monthly just needs to pop that 200 EMA, and that CISD will be good. CRSP, Crisp Therapeutics, CRSP above this CISD is looking good. We just need to clear that CISD, and that will give us something good to the upside, I think. So let's see what we get on. Oh no, I don't wanna. Pepsi, actually, whoa, Pepsi, that looks fucking good here. That looks fire. Previous monthly low, no, previous monthly low sweep, but weekly looks pretty decent. Pep, maybe. Pep weekly looking interesting, but I don't like the monthly. So let's see if they continue out of this SFP right there. That's pretty good, actually. Not mad about that one. Costco, SFP as well. Pins still looking eh. ZS seeing a little bit of a reversal out of here. Quarterly, ZS quarterly actually does not look good. Does not look bad. I like that. Above, we just need above that 200 EMA, I think, for ZS to continue to the upside. JD, Wix. Monthly, nothing. No. I'd wait on Wix. Higher high and a higher low needs to form on Wix for continuation. Marvel seeing a reversal off that SFP at the top. INTC, same thing. Dow, Autodesk finally getting a little bit pep in her step, but still just a monthly bounce with no previous monthly low sweep. Microsoft, SFP on the monthly, quarterly is closing not within the range, but we do have an interesting information on this one. This could actually give us something to the upside. OxyPlay still iffy. ABBV, ABT. What do we got? Adobe technically did reach this point right there, point D, which played out fucking perfectly on that. Animal completed. Previous monthly low, previous quarterly low have not been swept yet, so that's what I would wait for myself to be more confident. AMAT, potential reversal to the downside here if they can hold this. Actually no previous monthly high sweep, so disregard that. AMD, same thing, I believe. No previous monthly high sweep. We're still inside months, so there's potential for us to go outside months on those with that. sweeps of those previous monthly lows and continuations, reversals. Is on a NF arc. Cast. CrowdStrike has whatever. CrowdStrike, I don't care. Cisco, Carvana. Dash was another one that I'm looking at that looked good on the quarterly. It was still inside quarter, so I'm seeing what they do here. But I love the consolidation and of the OTE here and the SFP on that weekly candle. DE as it continue in that run. DraftKings tapping back into here. I mean, we can even expand this a little bit lower right there. Giving us a nice little megaphone right there, play. Dollar Tree. No sweeps, but retest of that area. Dollar Tree, I mean, that looks good still. I take that. Yes, just kind of consolidating here, right? We have a similar consolidation pattern happening right there. Maybe this consolidation pullback continuation back into the upside. Same thing on NQ, possibly FSLR. CGS. GLT, Google, GS. IBM, really nice bounce out of this OTE. I like that. I talked about that a few. KO, seeing continuation. Lift, really nice as well. Mr. Hayes mentioned that one. MA, seeing a really nice reversal out of here as well on that daily time frame. Retest of this OTE here. After that sweep, we're getting that continuation to the upside. McDonald's, no previous monthly low sweeps. mRNA, that's actually a fucking runner. I wonder what they're doing there. Oh, nice lows here. $22 or about 80 now. Fuck. OSTR, we know how that's going. Netflix, Netflix. I'd love to see a previous monthly low sweep on that one as well. Nvidia, Okta, PBR, Petroleum. Maybe retest of this OTE, but I think with the Iran war, oil is taking a little bit of a shitter now. Beton, PayPal, QCOM, similar thing in the OTE. Riot, Rumbus, Starbucks. I see Snap bouncing out of the OTE there. V, nice breakout. Zom giving us a good potential for reversal here out of that solidation. Nokia is just fucking shit in the bed. Sound, we used to treat that one R. There we go. Okay, that's all. That's all I have for today. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. As always, go check us out www.papertraders.io. Go get yourself out that free membership, freemium. See what we're all about inside of here, and come hang out. Go check out Mr. Hayes at Hayes Beats as well on Twitter. Give him a follow. 3,000 followers for him. We're going to do a lifetime membership giveaway for the paper traders. And other than that, that will do it. So thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. See you next one. Peace out.